Reddit more like skinned until I found something racist to enjoy in secret.
I put that one last on
That
purpose.
was good.
I've got a long story about how I got fired from my mining job. I was a mining engineer intern, and I was just a shitty employee. But it was a bunch of degenerates like me, but they were more degenerate, so we had a lot of fun. And I was driving haul trucks all the fucking time, like day and night. I was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And basically, what happened was, I'm gonna give you a different one. Sorry, I'll finish the story in a second. I gotta.
I wouldn't focus too much on those. I might not read what's on the card and rip my own.
That's all right. If they go bad, I'm gonna be like, "You wrote that shit." But yeah,
No,
so
I got a good
basically,
one.
I was driving these haul trucks and shit like that, and this guy was like, he was a new engineer, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna be boss someday. I'm gonna be a really
Fucking
big
faggot.
boss."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got like 3 people fired while I was there. And they told us one thing, which was like, "Hey, like we're pretty lenient here, but for insurance purposes, you cannot be on your phone when you're driving the haul trucks." Everybody was always on their phone all the time.
of
It was just
course.
like a known secret.
Yeah.
We would be on the phone call. I'd be like, "Hey, whatever," and I was on the phone call, and that guy came around, and I was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Fuck!" He just saw me on the phone. He gets on the radio. He's like, "Hey, Nick, I need to talk to you. Why don't you pull over to the side real quick?" And I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah.
He came up, like, he's like, "Hey, I saw you on your phone. You're not supposed to be on your phone. And I'm going to be in upper management someday. So I need to start acting like upper management and holding people accountable. And if there's one thing upper management needs to know is that this isn't an easy decision. All right. Well, I have to do it, Nick. I have to do it." And he does this for 15 minutes. He's just like, I'm gonna be a big upper management guy.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
next. That's honestly what rappers be
Yeah.
like. I'm next.
Yeah, he's a
He was
rapper.
next.
And it pissed me off to the point where at the end, when he was going to leave, I was like, "Well, hey, do you even want to know what I was on the phone about?" And he was like, "Sure, whatever." I was like, I've got a business idea. It's I don't know how to, it's a nutsack cozy. It's a sack for your sack, if you will. You see, the thing is, the heating of your thigh induces lower testosterone. It really ruins it. So we're going to put a thermal layer around there, and we're going to market it to bodybuilders and old ladies and stuff like that, or old men, whichever one you want. I don't
What
know.
the fuck?
By the time it gets on market, there will be old ladies and men that need it, transgender. But either way,
What is this?
this is a real story.
This is fucking crazy.
And so this guy,
Oh, so are we going?
yeah,
Oh,
we're
I
going.
had no idea.
But either way, this guy
I was
is
zoning out.
he's basically he's sitting there and he's starting to get into it. He's like, I think that's actually a good idea. I was like, well, I'm looking for investors. I don't know if I know you're gonna have money someday, and I don't want to like be on you about it. I'm never gonna have money. Let's be honest with you. I'm a terrible employee. He's like, well, I do want to be smart with my money. I was like, this is a smart investment, sir. Like, if I could just, I'll get you some prototypes made up, and I'll show them to you, and then we could talk about it later. And he goes, that's a good idea. And he's not seeing the fact that I'm fucking with him, which is pissing me off even more. And so he's like, I'm going to leave. And you know what? Between you, I'll keep this between you and me. And this is where I messed up. Is I was like, oh, and by the way, if you are going to be in upper management someday, you can't be a fucking cock, bud. No one's going to want to work for you. I said, have a nice day. And then he left. And sure enough, midnight, which was our lunch hour, comes around. And I see him over there talking to the foreman. And I'm like, he's talking about me. That motherfucker's talking about me. Well, Monday comes around, and the boss is like, hey, man, why don't you come talk to me for a second? I was like, well, this is it. I'm getting fired.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, so-and-so told me you were on your phone. You're not supposed to be doing that. I said, I know. I'm sorry. He goes, yeah, but, he's not in upper management yet. So he's not actually allowed to talk to you. So I think what we should do is get him in trouble. I was like, that's a fucking beautiful idea.
Yeah.
He says, what I need you to do
Fuck
is...
that guy's kids.
Exactly.
And his whole family that needs his money.
Exactly. He's like, what I need you to do is write down everything you and him said, and we're going to give it to the big boss, Brian Tilley. And I was like, gold.
Dropping his full name.
Yeah. And so I was like sitting there. It took me an hour and a half to write this
Find him on
15-minute
LinkedIn.
conversation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brian Tilley's a great guy.
I bet
But
you,
this guy was a horrible person. But either way,
Yeah.
I wrote down. It took me an hour and a half to write all this down because I was laughing so hard, just like writing nutsack cozy 30 times.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite part of the story is because I would have been like the fourth person who got fired. They had like a big meeting about it, and they had him in there and all these mining executives, Brian Tilley and the foreman. And Brian Tilley, who's a Christian Baptist man, doesn't curse at all, gets mad when we curse on the mic, and he just basically reads us out word for word, like, "Oh, nutsack cozy." I heard this secondhand, but everyone else in the room is laughing except for Brian Tilley and the guy that's about. And the boss, the foreman, comes up to me and is like, "Hey, man, that was a really funny letter. That might have been the funniest thing I've ever read. I really like the part where you made him look like an idiot." And I was like, "That was my favorite part, too." That's a real story.
Where was this?
This was in 2021 in June. Yeah.
Here?
No, in Kentucky.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of people that were still in the 80s in 2021.
No,
you know?
exactly. That's like.
Oh, man.
So you had like a reverend boss.
Yeah, he was. Well, I mean, I'm a big Christian too. He was a very nice guy. He let me take off time to go do church camp stuff.
They're actually always like pretty. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like people dog on religion, but like a lot of those guys are actually like good hangs.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, this is about respect around here. Like especially if everyone
Exactly.
gangs up on you, starts being like making fun of your penis or something. Like he'll be like, now this isn't how we talk to a friend in the eyes of the Lord.
Making fun of your penis or something. That's funny
And
as
then
fuck.
they always got your back. They're
Yeah.
like you're low key mature.
Right. It's the people in the actual church that are awful. The ones that are
Yeah.
out of the church that are
Yeah.
in corporate are like, "Look, man, I get it. You know, God says to forgive. Sure, you shit on the desk at the guy's office. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck." But yeah, that was a real story I had. Those guys still talk to me to this day.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I still have old coworkers from like service industry
Uh-huh.
that I talk to, and there's something about that, like you're in it together.
Right.
It's just like you're all going to war, but war is just like going on your phone while you're
Right.
operating heavy machinery.
Band of brothers at a Five Guys. You know what I mean? It's like we go do these burgers, or they're not gonna get made without us.
These people are hungry.
These people are hungry.
And they need to spend $30 on fries.
Yeah, we're gonna
Fucking-
give them a lot of fries.
Yeah,
That's really how you know it's Band of Brothers. They're like, dude, just throw them all in there. These poor people need to eat.
Oh, my favorite is I love working at a place that closed down because of you. Because
Right.
you gave too much. They're like, why are we losing money at this location? It's like, because I don't care.
Right.
It's because I'm
Because
not
the
taking it
employees are
seriously.
for people, man.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I have another story about that, which isn't as funny, but to me is fucking funny. Because like 2 weeks before that, or actually no, this was 2 weeks after. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
one time we hit this Hispanic kid so hard. You
Yeah,
couldn't see
yeah,
him.
yeah.
No.
Hit him with a truck and
That's
just,
what I feel like having a good time in like Kentucky is like.
You're just hitting Hispanic
You're just
people.
hitting people.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like you're in a lagoon.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole bunch of people gather. There's pitch dark. The only light is just from huge trucks. They just come with like they don't even have like actual what the
Right.
fuck is like boxing gloves. They just wrap their hands.
And like bale twine. Yeah.
Yeah. They punch the shit out of each other.
There's like these two teenage boys. They're like, dude, what are we gonna do? I don't know. We could go beat up Mexicans again, but we do that every Friday.
That's like alternate universe. Call Me by Your Name.
right.
Just
yeah.
going like two dudes just going and punching the shit out of each
Two
other.
dudes,
in
one
the
Mexican.
lagoon. Yeah. Oh, dude. Are there Mexicans in like
They're everywhere.
really?
We got them in Missouri.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a Southwest West boy since till I
Yeah.
die. Not till I die.
Oh, gang violence.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
West side, east side. Yeah.
Like since I've been, so I don't know like how many Hispanics are like anywhere.
They're everywhere. Yeah, we got Mexican restaurants, and they're just as good as down here. Yeah, it's real Mexican. So what do you want?
Okay, yeah, true.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
they're
good.
not gonna eat garbage.
Yeah. We always. I
fuck?
grew up in a really small town where like I graduated with 42 kids, and we always knew which ones worked at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
Not because we were racist, because they didn't speak English.
because they had kids. No.
Yes, they had kids at 13. Yeah. But this other story I think is pretty interesting, which is like 2 weeks after that. So they're all degenerate conservatives, you know what I mean? And they had this radio station called Outlaw Country that everybody listened to. They were so excited for it. It came on Fridays and Saturdays but we didn't work all day Saturday. So really it only came on Friday at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
What's like a hunk of? Is it like George Clooney? Is that like a pretty boy over there?
For that? Oh, there's
Yeah.
no pretty boys. I don't think. They all have beards and they're all like what you would imagine with the stomachs and the drinking. And,
They all look like Sons of Anarchy.
I've never watched that. I don't know.
They look like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks for telling me. I appreciate it. But anyways, they were all watching or they're all listening to this thing, Outlaw Country, has like Willie Nelson and stuff on it. And I found out that you can actually request songs.
Oh.
And so one of the guys that this fellow got fired was named Darren. And I was like, hey man, I hate to bug you with this, but I had a buddy Darren that just died. Darren was the name of the guy that got fired. I was wondering if you could play Poncho and Lefty and say, hey, we miss you, Darren. Rest in peace. And I was like, this is just gonna be funny because everyone's gonna hear it. And they're like, no, it's somebody in the crew. And instead, what the guy said is, hey, rest in peace, Darren. We miss you, buddy. This comes from Nick Hartley at Pine Bluff Sand and Gravel. And I was like, fuck. Fuck. So the guy calls me. On the radio, anyways, he goes, "Hey Nick, I need you to pull over. This is the foreman." And he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It just said Nick Hartley on the radio." And I was like,
It's not me, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of Nick Hartley at Pine Bluff. I was like, "If you want to talk to my lawyer," I didn't have a lawyer.
Yeah.
I was like, "Just fire me, all right?"
That's hilarious, dude. If I was working in insurance, I'd be like,
Yes.
let's fucking go.
Dude,
This dude was on his fucking phone.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Dude, that's gotta be a great rush. That's like being the teacher when you know you're about to fucking take a phone away, dude.
Right.
When you do the no look, just fucking grab that shit.
I'll be having this.
Um,
They eat it or something.
go watch people getting decapitated later.
Yeah, live leaks.
Yeah. You know what makes me mad? This has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. Well, one time I was in like 6th grade, and this one chick, like popular chick, I wasn't like not popular, but like I don't know. She like bent over and she like farted. It was like,
good.
and I like it was her because I like saw it all happen. She farted next to me, and then she looked at me, like embarrassed, and then she was just like, "Did you fart?" And I was like, "No fucking way, dude."
No.
I was like, "This can't be happening to me." I was like, "Obviously they're gonna believe her."
Right.
Like, she wouldn't fart. It's impossible for her to fart in our minds right now.
Which is
but
so
I was
funny.
I was like super fat, and I was like, "Of course it looks like I farted."
Right.
Like,
Your digestive tract is
I don't even
not
have
on
to.
the right
I don't even have to
track.
bend down to fart. I could be
Right.
stable, just in equilibrium, and gas would just have to escape me.
Yeah, dude, that's
So-
the women used to do that all the time, man. And then and it escalates to fake rapes. You know, it's like this is the society we live in.
Oh, dude. Do you have like funny school story? I have like so many funny school stories, dude.
Funny school story.
Like I fucking, let me think. Like I don't miss it, but I miss. One I feel bad about. One time, like I was in like AP classes. I was
Yeah.
like I like AP Lit, and that was like you read like old ass literature and shit, like shit that's like when the penis goes and the mouth doth touch my vagina, and like that type of shit, right? Like it doesn't make it. You can't fucking understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
But like so like we had this really old teacher, and like I like started comedy already. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
just like I was like flexing a bit, and I was like trying to be funny. I don't know. I was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And like but one time I came in and she would have the entire agenda on the board, and I went and I erased like just the eyes, which is like a harmless prank.
Right.
That does nothing. But like she like milked that shit. She acted like I like killed her
Right.
son or something.
How could you touch? That's my board. It's my sacred board. What's wrong with you?
She like every time she would see an eye, she like put it in like, like, she was like, I was like, I'm gonna give this bitch a heart attack
Yeah.
because I wanted to be fun.
I mean, to be fair, they don't get paid enough for that shit.
That's true. I see now, and I remember walking
Right.
in graduation. Like I liked her. I thought she was like cool. We were like cool sometimes. And then I remember walking out graduation. I like waved to her, and she's stoned. She
No
stoned
way.
mugged me, yeah. And I was like, whatever, dude. You'll
What-
see. You'll see. how I can be annoying and make
Right.
it.
One of my best friends was his mom was a teacher there, and she hated me with a passion because
That's
I was
awesome.
always a degenerate conservative, and she was a liberal, you know.
Oh, yeah,
So she
yeah.
hated me for that reason.
Yeah,
but then
dude.
also, I would just do shit like in our physics class or whatever, where we had nothing to do one day because she was a bad teacher. But anyways, and I just did like a presentation that was just completely made up, where I was like, basically, what is man's goal? Man's goal is to discover. Think about the early days of man. We were discovering fire. That was BC something, you know. And then we got to the point where we discovered metal weapons, and that was a time as well. And then we discovered all the things that we could, and we go, well, let's discover the world. So we discover the entire world. And then what do? We go, well, let's go up to the skies, 1902. right? We go up to the skies, and then we have nothing else to discover in the sky. So we go out to outer space. We discover space, and then when there's space and Earth, and then all this other stuff, what else do we have to discover? Nothing. So we make worlds that we can discover, and that's why Pokemon exists. And then I went into this whole rabbit hole of like Pokemon is basically a capitalist mantra for the discovery of man, and we're all just playing this, not realizing that we're really eating into capitalism. And she was just like knew I was fucking with her, and she was just the whole time. It was fun for me. But
did you have a Spirit Week? You know what that is? Did you guys have that?
Yeah, we had Spirit
Week. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Senior Spirit Week, where it's like the whole week it's a different thing.
Right.
There's one I can't. There's one I actually can't even talk about anymore because it's like not okay.
You guys all dressed up like Indians?
No, not that. But it wasn't racist. But it was like the one I can't talk about is like gender swap. That one was
Nice.
did not go well. But another one was like we were old people.
Yeah.
And that one rocks, dude. It was like I got like that was like when I knew I wanted to do comedy because I fucking killed that shit. Like I walked in, I had like it was a great costume. I had like a white wig and I had like a red hat that wasn't a Trump hat, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
So I wore that because this was like 2019, so all that is already happening.
Right.
So I had that, and then I put like a pillow underneath like a nice shirt, and then like tuck it into jeans. And dude, I fucking looked like old, dude. I fully committed to that shit. And I walked into like each classroom. I did the same joke like every time, and it got a pop like immediately. Or I walk in just like with a big belly, and I'm just like, anyone got a Cialis?
That's fun.
And
we had a dress like your teacher day.
That's awesome.
And
I like that.
We had this one band teacher who rode in on a bike, and so I bought a bike at a auction one time. And I took a wheel off another one and put a smaller wheel in the front and basically put a baseball card on the back, and so it looked like a hog. And he was fat too, so I got up to the fat thing. And we had an assembly, and I just rode into it like this, and I ran into walls and got up and just like was trying to do wheelies and stuff like that. And then I got up, and someone handed me a recorder. I went, dude.
Could you fucking imagine? Could you imagine that, dude? Imagine being some fat 40-year-old guy and
just these fucking kids are making fun of me.
It's just like destroys you in front of everybody.
A fat 40-year-old band teacher, also great guy by the way.
I'm sure
I'm sure he was pissed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's probably like, I don't like the fat thing, but it's low key funny.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy, but I'm not even monetized, so you can't really D anything. Yeah. Anyways, this country's gone to hell. Back in my day, you could get a Little Caesars hot and ready pizza for $4. While your dad complained about visitation rights and how Obama smoked crack in college. Simpler times.
Hell yeah. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for buying my girlfriend name brand workout gear? Or do you think she should just appreciate the new Moo Moo Melon shorts?
Because she's fat.
You like this? This is my... Just do that in college a lot.
You just have a little
After
take.
a little
Look
joke.
at me, I'm interesting and suave. I can't keep my head still.
That always, whenever I had like a bad riff, I just fucking take that shit. All right.
Like, oh, he meant to be unfunny.
Oh, he meant to fuck that up and ruin the delivery.
Why are New Balance shoes only worn by people with old balance? You know, that old type of balance for people who leaned on lockers with jean jackets and a bad attitude?
I actually like that.
Thank you.
That's fun. Fun fact, the name Cactus was chosen because overrated ugly piece of shit was already taken by every art student ever.
Yeah. Those guys suck.
Yeah. Fucking get a real degree.
I always...
Fucking business, dude.
I feel bad because I don't laugh. I mean, they're funny. It's just
You wrote them.
So,
Yeah. Okay, this one's actually fucking impossible to read, but go ahead.
Okay. I'll let you read that one while I read this one. There's two types of women I try to avoid. City women who use crystals and country women who use crystals. Meth. Crystal meth.
Let me try to get through this fucking monologue here, bro.
Okay.
When my girlfriend is really pissed at me, I do what's called the French delicacy, where I slather myself in shampoo and conditioner and put on a backpack she takes to work. Then I jump into bed and yell, the snail's here, while trying to cuddle her.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's just a prank, really. But, yeah. Don't you miss the days when the Secret Service actually did their job without people knowing they were trying to kill the president? I mean, their service is not a secret anymore. I'm gonna say that one again. Don't you miss the days when the Secret Service actually did their jobs without people knowing they were trying to kill the president? I mean, they're literally, you see him guarding the president. What's the Secret Service we don't know about? Murder? No, they're not winners. I don't know.
Secret Service. It's like the Internet secret menu.
Yeah. They're just behind closed doors trying to kill our president. I don't understand.
Okay, my kids keep asking me for a tablet. I said, not till you're older, and we moved to a state where it's legal.
All right, say it again.
My kids keep asking me for a tablet. Fuck, dude. God, am I fucking... My kids keep asking me for a tablet. I said, not till you're older, and we moved to a state where it's legal.
That's an acid joke, yeah. It was really funny when I had Nick Kirk on. He could not read for some reason that day.
Because he's dumb.
Hey, shout out to Nick Kirk.
Yeah,
kind of
shout
retarded.
No, he's fine. I like
Yeah, he's pretty okay. He runs a mic. Actually, he's the greatest man alive.
He has opportunities.
Yeah.
I like Barstool Mike, actually. I met a lot of cool people there.
It is pretty
You
neat.
should go check that out.
Yeah. It sounds like pandering when you say it after we just shit on him. Either way. I like him.
I like it. He's fun.
If you ask Google, hey, do a barrel roll, the Google homepage will spin 360 degrees. If you ask my autistic cousin, hey, do a barrel roll, he'll say, yes, a barrel do roll.
Okay. Hell yeah.
You get it? Hey, do a barrel roll in his country. Sorry, let me say that again. Let me do it in his accent.
That's right,
I forgot because he's a country autistic person. So, if you ask Google, hey, do a barrel roll, then Google, I can't read now. If you ask Google, hey, do a barrel roll, the Google homepage will spin 360 degrees. If you ask my autistic cousin, hey, do a barrel roll, he'll say, yes, a barrel do roll. He sounds like Forrest Gump.
I like that.
He goes, a barrel do roll.
Reddit, more like skinned until I found something racist to enjoy in secret.
I put that one last on purpose.
That was good.
I like that one. You know, I read that one to my roommate, and he was like, I don't know. I think it just needs more. I was like, no, it's perfect. It's perfect
Your
the way
roommate,
it is.
your roommate doesn't do comedy.
Yeah.
It's just being like, I think you left some meat on the bone there. What are you talking about?
I think you could really dive into that in a 3-hour monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you work construction. What are you talking
Watch this Joe Rogan clip. See how he extends that? And it's like, shut up. I'm so mad at you right now. But yeah.
You know, in recent news, America gives Russia back a bunch of terrorists. Fuck, I'll restart. In recent news, America has given...
Don't read it. It's just a card to look at.
Yeah. In recent news, America has given back a bunch of Russian terrorists, which answers the age-old question, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Hey, I like that. That's funny as fuck.
That's my one topical because I'm lazy.
Yeah. I had one I saw online. I still haven't been able to figure it out. I've been working on it for weeks. But to me, it's so fucking funny because Boston trains or whatever, they started putting googly eyes on them.
I like that.
Which is, first off, a place where people, what would you call it? Criminally stare at women. Now they're like, you know what else needs to stare at you? Fucking buses and trains and everything. How can we make the women of the city the least uncomfortable? I don't know. I haven't figured it out quite yet. It's too long, but...
All the men have to bird box to fucking...
They have to what?
Bird box? You know,
Yeah,
they
oh
put the
yeah, that's the
blindfold
bird
on.
box. Is there a woman present?
I can't find that. It gropes go up because they can't see.
I like the idea that, like, you know how birds die and that's how they know it's whatever? They just put out like lip gloss and it just comes back empty and they're like, oh God, there's women here. There's women here somewhere. Or they hear
I
that
thought you were making a birds joke. That was like, that was like...
Yeah, because women are birds. Yeah,
there's something there actually. If you can sell it,
we're gonna cut this and actually.
Yeah, that part's out. But everything else were cool guys.
Everything else is pretty okay.
I actually love that shit. I love like in Tokyo they have like a Hello Kitty train.
Yeah,
and I love that shit. I can't get over that shit.
Really?
I do love that shit. Like it's just like anything that's like themed like that. That's just kind of fun. It's kind of like in New York in the '80s. When everything was spray painted with like gang affiliation stuff. It was fun.
It was dystopian.
They were just doing stuff, you know, for branding. It was nice.
I
back
didn't get
then.
robbed because the guy's a bad guy. He's in LARP right now. He's in role play. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool. It's like a cat cafe, but it's like
Right.
yeah.
It's a cat
Would you ever
cafe.
go to any of that shit? Like
No, I fucking hate
it
cats. I
would
don't even
make
want to live
me
here.
and like I not cat, but like I'm like uncomfortable by anything. There's been a strip club in my neighborhood where I grew up, like forever. It's been there like longer than any
Yeah.
thing. I don't even think I could ever go.
A strip club?
Yeah, I just can't. I don't know.
Wait.
I just like can't.
So you did that whole story just to be like, I don't think I could go to a strip club.
Yeah, that's like the same as like a cat cafe kind of. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Just anything like that.
Just free range pussy everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to tip the cats? You think?
I don't
Anyways.
know, but I feel like that's kind of what you're doing because I know they have like treats you can give out to cats
It
and
probably
stuff.
costs money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of these whores walking around like, can I have some treats? We have one of these cats that's so fucking fat, dude. None of these cats really care about food, but this one, and he'll literally go up to their food and like push him out of the way because he has a lot of mass on him and just eat their food.
He's
like
a bully.
He would die. Yeah, he's a
the bully of the group.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, it's like a recess.
Yeah, he's that guy. His name's Bernard or something.
Yeah, he plays.
Yeah.
He's too rough during Foursquare.
Yeah, they're like, his dad's an alcoholic. Give him a break. Yeah.
Do you play Foursquare? Do you play like what are where are you from again? You're
I'm from Missouri.
Missouri. What's like a Missouri type fuck, dude? Indigestion City over here.
A Missouri recess game?
Yeah, no, something like that. Just something like that's like you guys ever play fucking corn bale,
Yeah.
Pollywigwagger? You know?
Holly Wigwagger?
Yeah, something like that.
Getting close there. But you know,
Getting close to home.
we played a lot of weird games. Like we played freeze tag and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's only there. I've never
Played
heard
football.
of
We played a lot of football.
that. I could see that shit, yeah.
But also,
I was actually pretty good at flag football, and then everyone went through puberty, and I
Yeah.
was so fine.
oh, you know, yeah, you were one of those kids that like grew up and like, I'm gonna be a professional athlete someday. These kids
Dude.
can't fucking handle me. And then like 2 years later, you're like,
Football was fun, dude. Football
Yeah,
rocks. And then
exactly.
you like can't play. You actually like can't play at a certain point if you're not built
Yeah.
for it.
I remember
sucks.
crying at my last senior game. I didn't play. I played like 3 or 4 snaps of
Yeah.
varsity football,
Uh,
and we won state my senior year, which made it even more bitter because I was like, I wasn't even really on the team.
do you feel like not winning? Not winning is probably better than winning and getting a ring and not really
Yeah,
contributing. I see that.
yeah. I mean, I have the ring. I don't really feel like I earned it. I tried to earn it in a certain way, which is like I was the scout team hero. You know,
Yeah.
Like I was a tiny kid. I was always a tiny kid. I graduated school at like 140 pounds and 5'6" maybe.
Yeah.
And I was fast though. I've always been fast. So I'd play nose guard on scout team against our guys, and I would just juke them out the whole time. And I would be like, "Come on, we got a game. You guys got to be better." And I was such a fucking prick, dude. Oh, they hated me, and they should have. I was an asshole. But
You know what though? You know what they say is the reason that you're helping the team because the people who actually play, they know that there's someone gunning for them, so they gotta fucking.
I was
you
never
know.
gonna see the light of day. They knew that I was simply a.
They called you Fartley, and they would toot next to your face in the locker room because they were all really tall.
They did call me Dick Shartley in high school. That was a real thing.
do a
Yeah.
fart in your mouth.
Yeah, and I'm like, stop it, guys. There was wait. Do you ever heard of the impossible setup?
What's that?
I'll just explain it to you. We did this one time to a kid who's incredibly gullible, and it's basically where you say like, hey, I don't know if you know this. Physics teacher told me this the other day. It's actually impossible due to the mechanics of your body to do a sit up through a piece of toilet paper. He's like, no way. I was like, yes, it is. The thing is, though, you can't know that it's coming. Like, if your eyes see it coming, your head will jerk in that little movement or whatever. But if you don't know it's coming, your face hits and it just, like, resets you. And the guy was like, are you fucking... No, of course I can get through that. And so he went down there to do that. He closed his eyes and put toilet paper down.
Oh, my God.
And then the guy just pulled his pants down. He did a sit-up right into his fucking butt. Dude, it was so funny.
Dude,
It was
that's
so
awesome.
funny.
I love that shit, dude. That's actually the joy of life.
It's not even really hazy.
It's not having kids.
Yeah, it's not having kids.
It's your friends
It's fucking
doing
with people. Yeah.
uh,
It was a good time. I really enjoyed high school football, but that's probably why I played rugby in college, is because I have to succeed.
you had the chip on your shoulder. That's honestly, if you like, I played volleyball. Humble brag. I played volleyball in high school, and
Wait, why is that a humble brag? You were a
It's not. It
lesbian in high
sucks. Yeah,
school?
it sucked. No, actually, it was fun. I still like playing that game.
Yeah.
But I was good first 2 years, and then it sucked the last 2 years.
Oh.
It was just like terrible. But then like whatever the second thing you do, you like have to win at it. I feel like.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. Do you feel that way? Because it's like, that I was like, what? But like now it's like comedy. It's like this has to fucking work.
Well, I mean, I would agree to that, but I've done a lot of shit. I've tried a lot of things. I hyperfixate on shit like that. Like I did stocks for a while. I was really into baseball.
That's hilarious. Dude.
Yeah, I made a lot of money in stocks, and actually that Kentucky job or whatever.
Yeah.
The second day of working there, I made like $115,000 off AMC.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna quit my job. And then I thought to myself, or I could get more money to put in the stock market, which is exactly what I did. And at one point, I lost like $28,000 in a day.
That's crazy,
dude. And I just stopped after that.
Yeah.
That still hangs over my head. Like I'll lay awake at night and go like, I could really use $28,000 right now.
Yeah.
Because I used most of that money to pay off my college, and I'm not using my degree. But yeah, dude. That $28,000 day was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, you could use it to keep buying a million Zins.
Yeah, I know. I need to stop. This is the last can I'm ever using. And if any of my family members are watching this, don't judge me.
Oh, did they not know?
They don't know. They don't know anything. They know now. I don't care. I don't care about anything anymore is the thing.
That's whatever.
I just went back home and saw everybody, and I was like, oh.
How was it?
It was good, but I could tell it in their eyes. They're like, he's not doing anything with his life. So I don't really feel the need to hide anymore. It is from their perspective. I don't blame them because I got an engineering degree.
Why aren't you shucking? Okay.
Yeah, I have an engineering degree. I'm not using.
Yeah, why aren't you working in Northrop Grumman?
Yeah, I just got my MD, and I studied, for neuroscience. I said, you know what, fuck that. I want to tell jokes like that. That's sort of their idea. That's the engineering equivalent of the people I've come from.
That's true. What do they do?
Well, my dad's a farmer, and my uncle's a farmer, my grandpa's a farmer. My mom's a banker, and most people are engineers in my family.
Good for your dad. No, like that's kind of low key when. Fuck yeah, that rocks. I love that shit.
He's had a really interesting life. I don't know how much of this I should tell on here.
For sure, you don't have to.
But
I'm just saying, good for him.
Basically, I'll sum it up like this.
When you got a smart babe, dude, that's my goal. I'm trying to get like an ambitious babe, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stay-at-home dad.
No, not even that. It's just I don't know. Someone that's not gonna be like, money, please. You know. I don't know.
Like from Parks and Rec. You know.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, I want someone that'd be like, I wanna go do something. You know.
But I really like. Dad is whoever he is or whatever, and his life went to shit at a certain time. Like he got divorced. He basically lost his kids in the divorce. And he lost his job and all that stuff, and he had to move back into his parents' house.
Wow.
And so he went and hit rock bottom, and basically just told him like, "Hey, I'm gonna farm, and you don't pay me. I'm just gonna farm. I've always wanted to farm. I'm gonna farm." And they're like, okay, I guess if we don't have to pay you. And he worked there for a year for free until I think my grandma, I've heard this secondhand, was basically like, you guys need to start paying him. And they're like, but he said he wanted to work for free. And like, it's not fair.
True,
like,
dude.
So he just kind of like.
They always come through, dude.
Yeah. What I really liked about it is like he gave up all those other stupid things that don't matter. I'm not saying his family doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
But like all that.
He went for his real ass.
Which is fine, you know, like
There's something to that.
It all went away, and then the thing they actually wanted came about, and that's kind of. I always think about it all the time, especially whenever I want to quit comedy.
Yeah.
Because I go, I mean.
Now this is what it's actually about.
Me and my dad are a lot alike, so I know what my life could be. Yeah. You know, if I would be him, I would get divorced and end up back in my parents' place. So it's this or homelessness. So, yeah.
No, you're like you're gonna.
You don't know me.
No,
I'll fuck it up. You keep saying stuff like that. I will self-sabotage.
I know someone who people fuck it up. Like the fact that you're not outside right now, being like, let me hit this crack real quick and then I'll be with you. Like that's fine.
Can we take a break? I
gotta hit crack.
Get some fresh air real quick.
I gotta fucking smoke crack next to my cats.
You just see a guy named Bubba outside and he's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, oh, this is my friend Alex.
Yeah. Bubba's.
All right, let's do some shit.
Bubba's lining up ketamine.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm on that new shit. I don't even know
what is this ketamine stuff.
It's like, I don't know. people got jealous of horses. And they're like, I want to feel like that.
Is it a horse drug?
It's a trank, yeah. Yeah, so.
The ingenuity of drug addicts is always my favorite, where they're like, will this work on humans? Let's find out. How about that? That's beautiful.
That's what I do with like catnip and stuff. I'm like I'm like lower dose that stuff.
Yeah.
So I do, yeah. Imagine smoking catnip. Like some guy just putting like carcinogen in
It's
their
a
body
cat
for
high.
nothing.
Yeah. These
Just-
cats are addicted to that shit.
Just fucking dill weed in your lungs
No.
sitting there.
Dude.
It's actually incredible for you.
The idea of smoking actually irks me.
Yeah.
I used to smoke cigarettes. I'll just say that I don't do it anymore. But
So you
now,
used to have a lot of girlfriends?
what?
You used to get a lot of pussy?
No, I don't think that.
Girls love that shit.
This isn't the '70s or the 1950s where you could have a
That's
jean
not true.
jacket or something.
Can't hear.
You can't hear
Yeah, go to downtown Gilbert any weekend.
and smoke a
Yeah,
cigarette.
go to
and
Champs and smoke, and every girl that's fucking 19 that's there will fucking come up to you.
You think they'll just be like,
I love
"Oh,
you."
I don't actually have to marry an old person to get his money. He'll just die tomorrow." You know?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
smart.
These gold diggers, they're out here just digging. But I don't know.
Where do you think AI is going, dude?
Where do I think AI is going?
I think AI is. I think like I'll say this. Like, are you gonna get the chip?
No.
Are you chip
fuck
or no
no.
chip?
No.
Are you
I'm no
gonna
chip.
judge your kids if they let their kids get the chip?
All these kids got these damn chips in their brain. They think
And that's
they're
the
smart.
That's the next one, dude. That's the next like.
Back in my day, we did Sudoku the cheating way, not the real way.
We looked at our phones.
We went to
didn't
the back of
just
the book and found the
fucking
answers.
Think. But that's the next civil rights movement is fucking
Right.
is chip, dude. Or so say this, right? Like I don't think we're gonna have to deal with it. Like
Yeah.
I think we're gonna die like normal. Like
Right.
we're gonna cigarettes and having fun is gonna kill us.
Right.
Right. But our kids, they're fucking gonna like I think their kids are gonna have to be like it's gonna be the new like circumcised or not circumcised. It's like
Right.
should we chip them or not chip them?
Right.
You know?
So the religion becomes technology. I
So like
guess,
the new
yeah.
Amish will just be like who we are now, and then regular people will be just like chip and brain. Like the second you turn,
Like, I don't
fucking-
believe in changing my bodily autonomy. And they're like, okay, Grandpa.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Back in my day, music was a sin, you know, or something.
Yeah, it'll be like the Footloose
Right.
town, but instead of that, it's like you're not allowed to be 2 years old and accidentally go onto the dark web.
Right. I can remember the days when we used to get mad at autistic people. Now everyone wants to be autistic. I don't know. That's what I think is cool
Yeah.
about autistic people is like AI has gotten to the point where it's so personable, it's more human-like than I think most autistic people are. Like, because you think about the barrel roll thing is what made me think of that. It's like it'll actually do what you mean. But how many times have you talked to an autistic person?
Honestly, no. Like when I talk to AI, it's more normal than
Yeah.
like most people. Everyone's very polarized nowadays. Like when I talk
Right.
to AI, they're just like, yeah, like this is who AI is. It's just a guy that's just like, oh yeah, man, just like just it's like yes directions. Like just go down that street, and then
Right.
you know, come back around. Yep. All right. Bye.
It's the nicest guy at the
it's,
office.
It's the
you
guy
know?
who's like he's nice enough to like not be too nice where you feel like you have to keep talking to him.
Right.
But as the guy's like, as soon as you get the information from him, he's like, yeah, I got my own shit. Leave me alone.
Like I would let AI date my sister. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't have
AI is a
sister,
great
but
guy.
That's cool. They
Right.
think about that. But yeah.
I just
Yeah.
constantly have a Rolodex of people. I'd be like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
he could have sex with her. Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth? No.
He's a player.
He's a player.
I don't like how I like what he does in movies, but how he acts in real life,
Right.
we
Not
see
good
where the
enough for-
real acting is. Okay.
Not good enough for my poor sister.
Yeah, he's acting. Calling his sister poor.
She's a poor lady. But
Uh,
poor
yeah,
moral
dude.
character. Just a wretched being.
Yeah, dude. Would you chip your dog though?
Yeah, dude, for sure. I would
Yeah.
chip them. They're not humans. I would chip them in an instant just to be like,
But I'm not saying like this is where you are chip, like fucking GPS chip. I'm talking like internet chip. Would you give
Right.
your dog the internet?
yeah.
But you wouldn't
sure.
give your son the internet. What if he was behind? What if he was in like the version of special ed because he didn't have the chip? What if
Nah.
like society moved that way? Would you
I
be
would-
like, no, you're fucking Neo.
Exactly.
You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you don't get the chip. We're just gonna play croquet every day, and you'd be dad's buddy. How
You're
about
Amish, dude. You're Amish.
Yeah.
You're ballerina farms. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Okay. They'll know. Maybe.
that? Ballerina farm sounds kind of fruity.
But anyways, it's fucking it killed it.
There you go. That's for you, sir.
Um,
I did kill it. I think that's a bad omen. But either way,
damn, bro, you brought out the fucking what's that called? Culture. I mean, what's it called? No, what am I saying?
culture.
No,
You
the-
brought out the culture.
No, the fucking what's it called? The fuck accent.
Oh,
You said that. Oh man, that's
Oh.
what I do. Like when I'm in, like a Spanish restaurant, like
Oh.
give me the papusa.
But did you think I meant amen?
No, it's just a
Oh.
weird way you said it.
Omen? Yeah. Sometimes I can't tell if I actually have an accent or not.
You,
but-
of course, have an accent.
Well, because
Everyone's thinking it.
I'll be on stage.
This is the first thing I noticed about you.
By
That's why I
accident.
come up to you and I'm like, and the thing is we go to the store and then I noticed that, wow, all this
Wow.
milk was produced
Ah.
by my friends and family. It's
What are you,
like, this
Jewish?
milk right here, this is from my uncle, his udder. My family had cows.
Yeah, my wife, cow.
Yeah.
I accidentally called a lady a cow the other day at an open mic.
Was she lactating?
No.
Oh.
You know my frat cow bit that's
Yeah.
like way
Oh, you
too
called
over the
her.
top? No, I didn't. See, the thing was, I'll do this thing because that bit is very whatever. Where if I see somebody, especially when they're they want to laugh, or like that's not too bad,
Yeah.
I'll include them in it, and I'll be like, you know what I mean, sir. And I did that to him, not realizing his wife, who's like 56, great, beautiful looking lady, but
Yeah.
like she's 56, so she's gonna have a little bit of weight.
She's
on
got a
her.
little, you
She
know.
wasn't fat at all, but she was sitting right beside him. I said, "You know what I mean, sir?" And he instantly just goes,
Oh, no.
and I was like, that is not what I. You're a wonderful
Where was
lady.
this?
This is a JP's Comedy Club.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, but hell
What
yeah.
time is it?
It's 1 on the dot.
Yeah. So this has been a really fun episode.
Can I plug some stuff?
Yeah, plug it. I was
Okay.
about to
Okay,
do
thank
that.
you. Sorry,
Yeah.
interrupted you.
No, you're good.
All right, so I got a show at Mike.
Anyways,
no, I'm
just
Nick
kidding.
Hartley's got a show at House of Comedy.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I got a show at Mike Drop Mania, August 25th. It's a Sunday. 6 p.m. is when the show is. Doors at 5. $10 tickets, no drink minimum. Come through. If you liked me doing accents or whatever the fuck, that's a lot of what I'll be doing. And then we're gonna have it's a storytelling show too. And at the end, if you come, it's a chance you'll get to tell a story on stage too. So please come through. August 25th, 6 p.m. Mic Drop Mania, no drink minimum. Come the fuck through. I ain't hear no bell. Come to the fucking show.
Mm-hmm. You got any other shows?
What's up?
You got any other shows?
Um.
Because this may come out like next Thursday.
Okay. I'm in Burbank for the festival. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be on the Anthony A show. At the Tempe Improv. Late October. I don't know the date, but I gotta look it up. But if you go on the Tempe Improv website and you look at the Anthony A show in October, I'm gonna be on that show, and it's gonna be on my Instagram, Alex Aguilar time.
I was gonna say plug your Instagram as well. Anyways, I have a show at JP's Comedy Club August 22nd, and I need people to show up so that I can get a lot of votes.
August 22nd.
August 22nd is Thursday. Yeah. You come? I'd appreciate that. Yeah. But then other than that, if this comes out beforehand, it won't. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. I think I just have the August 22nd one. That's really all I want to plug right now. But anyways, yeah, this has been Painfully Mediocre with, that's the name of the pod,
Okay.
with Alex Aguilar.
Even
Very
if you
funny.
if you're just like whatever, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm here for a ride, bro.
Right. Well, no, that is
Yeah.
the name of the pod.
There's
That's,
a bunch of cats running around here, dude.
yeah, that's a mess and a half. But anyways, my name is Nick Hartley. That's
My
Alex
name's Alex
Aguilar.
Aguilar.
This is Painfully Mediocre. Thank you, guys.